is so. That is maybe the funniest thing that's ever come out of this show. That is so funny. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network, and Jackie's back. It's reality star Jackie. There's many forms of Jackie. There's Helmet Jackie. There's KFC Radio Jackie. There's High Jackie. There's
we actually, I don't know if I told you this.
Drunk
already.
Jackie.
We were introduced. The world has not been introduced to it yet, but I was introduced to a new Jackie the other night.
What?
Sketch Jackie.
Oh,
and
she's in Out of Order.
I actually wasn't in the room for the scene, but she fucking murdered me.
Wait,
That doesn't surprise me because she's you.
I feel like everyone's like fucking with me because I literally was like cringing the entire walk back, being like, "That was so bad."
But that's
So bad.
see, this is forever the rub with you. That's why it works because you think that
You
and
might have
feel
been.
that.
Like I said, I couldn't see it, so maybe it was
I
terrible.
could have done better. Like I'm
But-
positive.
well,
Well,
that's good too, though.
yeah.
I edited it. It was incredible.
See, but don't, like, this is forever my problem with her. I'm like, if she knew how good and funny she was, she might be like Alex Cooper big, but then it also might all fall apart because part of her charm is that she's like, fuck. So I don't know what to do with that yet, but every time you do something, you think it's bad, and every time it's fucking hilarious, and that kind of fits in here, pretty well. That's why you are Feitelberg. I mean, my dad said to me the other day, he goes, I saw that Out of Order thing. Did he take, like, did he get training? Did he take acting classes or something?
Well, Jackie took the same once. It was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. I'm like, you guys are it's just some people got it like that, and you're one of them.
Here's the thing, a little spoiler alert. The role that Jackie did have to play, though, was she just had to gaslight somebody. And it came off really natural.
Wait. Perfect segue. We're going to get into you in a second.
Yeah.
You like my shirt?
Where? Wait.
I love this shirt. I think it's great.
Wait, hang on. Wait, is that made by somebody big?
No.
Because we might have to take this off and put this tape away and make that ourselves.
Too big for that. It's
Bro,
like
that
like
is
shirts that go hard account.
Fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
I don't know if this shirt is real art inspires, right? I saw this shirt and I was like, that shirt's sick. And I think it's anti-gaslighting, but I'm pro. And
No. Oh, well, it's anti-gaslighting in the sense of, like, that's made for, like, a guy to be like,
hell yeah, gaslighting's sick. Dude, I think gaslighting got a bad rap.
Wait.
like gaslighting.
Hang on. When I think of gas, this is actually an interesting conversation. Because I bet at each side, guys and girls, or each individual, when I hear gaslighting, I think that is 100% a female thing that gets done to guys, but I'm sure girls think the same thing.
Well, I think it's bisexual. I think both people should be able to do it. But
and it absolutely is. But I'm saying, like, of course I know that, but if you ask me, like, who does the gaslighting more, I would be like girls to guys.
Oh,
but I'm
me.
sure girls.
It's me. But it's like, but my gaslighting's like cute, like it's
sure.
right. Like I think gaslighting got a bad rep where like there's a show on Showtime.
Cute gaslighting.
I don't know what you're talking about. See,
That's cute. I never said that.
Gaslighting was like there's a show on Showtime called Gaslit, and it's about like the Nixon administration, and people say Trump was gaslighting. You're talking like that, and then I start getting applied to guys, where like it's like that he's using a systemic approach to media and politicians down to the people. I'm just saying I don't remember something I remember saying. Like, it's a different thing. Dude. That's the only club I have in my bag in a fight. I don't remember.
I don't know. Yeah,
like,
like
you can't take that from me.
If you it's Costanza. If you take away denying, then this is not a fair fight. How am I ever going to win if I can't simply deny something happened? I have no other card to play.
I'm a lying.
Doofus.
Don't say I'm like the president.
Right. Like, that's the other thing too. Like, here's a tip for the girls out there. If you're fighting with your man, when you say gaslighting, that lets us roll our eyes and be like, oh, your therapist and your friends on TikTok said that. If you just say, you're lying right now, I'll be like, fuck, yeah, I'm caught. You caught me.
You got me.
Yeah. Dude, it's like gaslighting makes me feel like you're listening to some TikTok therapist and some girl who went viral, and you're like, you know what? You know what Brianna Chicken Fry says? And if you just said to me, you're fucking lying right now, I'd be like, God damn it, you're right.
Dude, it's like, what was I going to say? We're just like, it was like the Green Bay Packers power sweep. Like, first of all,
just run the play every time.
I'm for some personal responsibility. Like, again, when you're talking like a presidential thing that's using the system to trick the serfs, that's one thing. Like, if I'm just being like, if you're telling me it's darker in the stream, and I'm going, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Something that falls on you.
Yeah,
like, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Say it with your chest, bitch. You know? Yeah.
But you can't just take away that move.
Yeah,
that's it's like the power sweep, but they, instead of finding out how to stop the defense, they just made that play illegal.
Well,
no, I can still run a power sweep. I'll remember that.
Honestly, gaslighting even became a move and then became a term and shit because you girls fucked up.
No, it became a term because guys.
Yes.
Because
it's my only move.
But I feel like girls fucked up by turning it into this phrase rather than just being like, I'm calling you on your bullshit. Yeah. And I'm not like, I think you just let guys get away with lies so long that we needed to create a fucking cottage industry of gaslighting when it used to just be like, you're a dog who's cheating on me and lying, and just stick to that rather than being like, you're manipulating me through like, subtle tactics and blah blah blah. It's just like I think the problem right now, the one thing I learned. When I
1 second, sorry. No, you go.
Well, I was just gonna say, when I talk to girls who are like 10 years younger than me, so they're not kids anymore, but they're late 20s, early 30s. You guys gave up all the power somewhere along the line. I don't know where it is. I don't know what happened, but like I call it generations because I think we're all in the same generation. But like my age of guys were like chasing girls and wanted to get laid and wanted to get numbers and go on dates and have sex, and so we would like. We would like simp, and then somewhere along the lines, you guys fucked that up, or the guys got all the power, and you guys just got bulldozed in the dating game. I don't know how that happened because I remember having conversations where I was like, "That's not how it is," and then all the girls like late 20s, early 30s were like, "Yes, it is," and I was like, "Oh, well then you fucked up," because it was never that way when I was younger.
Yeah, wait, I don't know why. Happened.
I don't know if it was the apps or the internet or like something where it got easy for guys, but they took all the power, and the power of the pussy just disappeared.
That's sad.
Yeah, because I don't know how you're gonna take it back.
I realized like I've never been like courted, and I think that's
what I mean.
That should be brought back. Like I've never had like roses.
Well, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying like everyone was fucking Romeo, but I'm just saying we were like, I want to fuck, and so I can't remember like when I was younger, like every girl to me was like better than me, and I'm like, I have to trick her into having sex with me, and now I feel like it's flipped where it's like, oh, I don't need you,
Why do you think that happened?
I'm asking you. I don't know. I don't know if I think that the only absolute difference I know is that my group of guys in that age, we never were on dating apps. So I don't know if that was a thing where it's like I just can have it on my phone 5 nights a week, like no problem. I never was on a dating app, so every time I was at a bar or whatever and saw a girl, I was like, this is my chance. And so I gotta like do it.
I think it's sex positivity happened.
That too.
Yeah,
people start having sex like, dude.
The
boys are better.
Yeah. Honestly, sex was a little like
guys. I had sex again last night.
Sex was special. Sex was like, oh shit, like, people call it. You used to say like get lucky, right? Back in the day, it was like because you would get lucky. You'd go out and be like, I don't know why this girl's gonna fuck me tonight, but she is. And now it's like, I don't know, you can fuck every single night.
But also now I feel like girls are more like, okay, cool, girl boss. So
well, you say it, but you don't mean it. The guys actually mean it.
No.
You guys are fronting. We're like, we'll hang with the boys.
No, I'm a girl boss, and I mean it with my chest.
I was thinking when you were saying earlier, how it went from like you're a dog, you're a scumbag, to like you're a gaslighter, where like those moments with reflection after a fight, where you look in the mirror and you be like, am I like a fucking piece of shit?
Yeah.
Like, damn. Now I'm like, am I
a mastermind?
Sociopathic
yeah,
genius?
yeah. I'm like, am I an evil genius capable
like,
of anything?
I'm like Spider-Man, like, what the
yes.
fuck?
Yes. Dude, there are absolutely times where I've scared myself with the lying ability.
Am I?
Like, yeah, you are a Marvel character. You're like, I'm Gaslight.
Like, I don't know. I just said I don't remember that. was it that good?
It's truly it is the Church of Costanza. It's not a lie if you believe it. And the people who really perfected the art, it is a superpower. You can't fight against that.
I don't even think I'm just that good at it. I think it's just everyone uses that word, so you're like, wait.
Must be true.
Like I imagine like, even dumb guys like, sociopath. Wait, am I a genius?
I know a girl who like caught her boyfriend red-handed cheating and like screenshots, sent it to her phone, like had all the proof, and you know how whatever dude like had an inkling, knew it happened somehow, but like got into her phone, deleted all of that evidence, and then when she called him on it, he was like none. What are you talking about? Like, none of this happened, and she was like, "Here it is." And then she was like looking through it, and she said she was like, I almost thought I had to like check into a mental facility. She was like, I lost a grasp on reality because I was like, it was all gone and I didn't have it, but I knew I had it. And it's like, no, the answer is just he did it. Like he went through his phone, he went through your phone. But like, if you can let the other thing is you can't let yourself be gaslit, like you said. No, the room is fucking darker. You have to be able to say that.
Also, like I think when you're a heavy drinker, you're like, oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that
foggy memories.
Like, that's true too.
You move on fast. You're like, maybe it didn't happen.
You know what the difference is too, though. Like, I until I got absolutely wrecked by toxic like snooping and you know, like all the tactics we joke about with the Me Too movement of going through phones and like signing into people's fucking Apple IDs, all that shit, you know? Like, I never even considered doing that, so I never even thought that it was being done to me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then once it's done to you, and then you start, like, fighting fire with fire, then it's like, well, oh, yeah, now I've been corrupted. You know, now it's like, I would never let somebody tell me something, like, didn't happen. Because in the beginning, I would have been like, oh, man, like, oh, shit, I was drunk. Like, maybe I did. I had multiple girls tell me that I was sleep-talking in my sleep and told them about another girl. And I was like,
God damn,
huh,
I fucking
did it again, huh? Because I'm just like,
Ricky Rem is a fucking snitch, dude.
I was just not a manipulative person, so I was just like, okay, I guess I fucking told that girl that I was sleeping with that girl, and then I told that one about that one twice in a row. Crazy. And then it was like, oh no, that was just like some fucking bullshit thing that I let them believe and get away with while they were like, you know, going through my phone or doing whatever that they shouldn't be doing. So, and it was legal, by the way. It was legal sleeping with each other. It was not in any committed thing. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I am, but we're not dating, whatever. But now I would never let somebody tell me something that I blatantly know to be true. You know what I mean? Like the opposite. I'd just be like, no. I know what I mean? Like, you cannot gaslight me anymore. I'm ungaslightable.
I actually am very gaslightable, where I just go, ah.
Well, you also, the ultimate. So then there's my level, but your level is the true nirvana. You can't fight someone and do the gaslighting thing with someone who doesn't care. Or it's just like, I don't know, and I don't care.
It's
Did it happen? Did it not happen? I don't know.
I might have.
Yeah.
That's the same personal responsibility I was talking about, where I don't have it. I'm like, yeah, maybe. I don't know what to tell you.
Feitelberg's the ultimate, and it's got to drive girls nuts. Where he's just kind of like, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't happen. Are we breaking up over this? Because if we're not, then let's just forget about the details of did or did not, and just move on.
What's your feeling right now?
Yeah.
You want to pull a shoot? Pull a shoot. Fine.
Right. And then, but that is a really, sometimes that is a good card to play where it's like if
Most
it's something
of the time
serious.
it's not.
But if,
In my experience, it's 50-50 at best.
Mm-hmm.
But
you can't fight that.
You can't fight that. But that's the gaslight is the nice you can't fight it move. Like that's why we got to keep that in the bag. Because if I'm just going, I don't remember that. That stops the fight.
Yeah.
If I'm just like, I don't remember
it's like trying
that.
to fight with a child.
Exactly.
There are literally times
I'm the
like,
face
I cannot...
down baby in an aisle.
Right.
Being like, I'm not moving.
Yes.
You got to do something.
You're the parent going, well, I should not reinforce this behavior, but how the fuck are we going to get out of this target if the kid's just laying on the ground? I got to pick him up eventually.
You got to get me my toy.
I'm going to get him the toy. Yeah.
That didn't happen.
That's Feitelberg is the toddler crying in the department store.
Who wants me?
It's crazy, man. That's why I know you say you're gonna be bad at Survivor, but you might be the best at Survivor. Because like
I
get someone who plays the game like Che, who's like incessant about like when you watch them with Jackie's season being like every single second for the last 6 months he's been playing the game.
Yeah.
And you go up against the guy who's just like, I don't know. There's just fucking circus music going on in his head. Like there'll be a moment in Survivor where it's like, John, what are you thinking right now? And he'll be like, why don't Justin Peanut Butter Cups get more praise than Reese's? Like, what do you mean? I'm not about the game. He's like, well, you asked me what I was thinking. I'm thinking about Peanut Butter Cups.
You guys have been doing way too much math. Yeah. I zoned out way back there.
Yeah, but yeah, that might get you voted off right away. You might end up winning.
Yeah, it's gonna be a toss-up.
Yeah.
It's
That is gonna be.
It is literally one of those two options. I'm either gone like the first two votes, or I'm at the final vote being like, what the fuck? How'd I get here?
Yeah. You might fall ass backwards into like 100K or whatever the prize is going to be. That's one of those things. It is the cat's out of the bag now because it was talked about on Kirkman Hand. I think Jeff tweeted about it. But in case people don't know, that's one of those things that they were probably going to keep under wraps until 24 hours before it comes out. No. We're doing Surviving Barstool this season, and it's like the All-Stars. It's like Dave, Dan, me, Feitelberg. We don't have the cast fully set, but it's going to be. The originals and the veterans and stuff mixed in, I think, with some new people and some of your favorites from the first seasons. So that's sure to be. I don't even think we know when, where, all that yet, but I think we all have at least tentative agreements, yeses from everybody, like ourselves, to do it. So that, I mean, I swear to God, if people don't just vote out Dave, and they won't, and he'll probably win. But like,
I don't think John's voting for Dave.
I don't think John will vote for whoever talks to him last.
It will
before the vote. If someone sneaks in and says vote for this person, he's gonna go okay.
If Dave, I'll say right now, if Dave comes to me and says don't vote for me,
he's not voting for him. but if Kirk came to you after him, would you like? Does Dave's weigh the most?
Dave probably has the most.
So you're not going to vote for him. Okay, never mind. This is how it happens. You get a bunch of fucking pussies in a room who are afraid of Dave, and he's going to win.
How many people from Milton are there? Because none of them are going against Dave. I don't think, if there's a majority Milton.
I think it's going to be like Feitelberg and Dave.
Yeah, as far as I know, Hank and Gaz
maybe Hank, but I don't think so.
I haven't heard Hank.
Hank would actually be funny in Survivor.
Hank would be great.
You two, imagine a Hank Feitelberg alliance. It's like I could see them two like getting to the finals, and it's like, how did Hank and Feitelberg do it? And then all the footage is just them like eating ice cream together, being like, "Well, you want to talk about the Patriots? I don't know." Like, eating sandwiches sideways and shit. Who knows? Like I always thought, if there was a Survivor with Tommy. You have to vote Tommy out first. You have to vote Dave out first.
As long as he doesn't ask me not to vote for him.
But like, it's not even a matter of. I am in the best place I've been with Dave. Maybe my entire career here. It's not even like a thing where I'm like vote him out because I fucking hate him. It's like it's just about if you want to play the game. When people do Survivor, the reason why like. People rise to power or get to the finals is because nobody knows going in who the guy is.
Yeah.
We all know.
We know.
So get rid of him.
Well, here's my thing. I don't have any interest in playing the game.
I know.
And that's the game in and of itself. I don't want to play.
That's where it becomes. But you genuinely don't want to play. There's a level.
Not that I don't want. I want to do Surviving Barstool.
Right, but
I don't want to do all the that stuff. So I'm gonna see what happens if you just don't do it. Has anyone ever tried this in game show history?
Yeah, that's
not interesting.
It might be a good experiment.
Sass for Most Dangerous.
How long did he last?
Like a whole time.
God damn it!
But see that
he lost because like he didn't vote for himself or something. Like it was something ridiculous.
In episode 1 last night of Barstool's Most Dangerous Game Show, Francis tried to vote for himself and they wouldn't allow it. So there might be some rules on that. But there's also
I wouldn't vote for myself.
But there actually sometimes is some logic of like if you know you're not going to get any other votes, so one vote against you doesn't matter.
I see.
That way, I never voted against any of you guys. And I can truly say that. You could play that game, but I think there's a difference between not wanting to play because you're like I don't want to do this, and not playing the game as a strategy. And you're leaning more towards like I don't want to, You're not like you're not doing this on purpose. You're just like I don't know.
It is 100%.
But that also might be the purest way to do it.
I'd rather not like backstab and really just have those conversations. They're not interesting conversations to me. I just want to hang out with the boys.
Yeah.
like in Jackie's thing last night was like come to the cabin. Like I come to the cabin, I toss you a beer. We enjoy the scenic view.
Chateau, yeah.
I'm like, all right, you gotta go back to the tent. But if anyone else want to come hang, tell them come up.
What you almost want to do it is like make everyone think you had some big conversation, but he was like, I don't know, we just talked about fucking movies, talked about Barbie, I don't know, whatever. Jackie on Most Dangerous Game trying to sit right.
It was unbelievable.
I mean, just nope. I can't do that. All of them were just every other way you could sit. Sit with my legs crossed, sit with my legs down, sit on the couch, sit on a chair. They're just all the different ways to sit. But no matter what you did, Pat walked in. Oh, look at Cruella de Vil over here. It's like no matter what, that's.
It was great with like it wasn't overlaid then, but it was earlier in the show and I do agree with all of these people who were saying it. Where there are a couple of things being like, Jackie's smarter than she leads on, or Jackie like hides her intelligence, or whatever it is they said. And then like 10 minutes later, she's like, "How should I sit?"
I don't know what was better, the chair, the Jackie versus the chair, or the fucking like the meeting of the minds of Rudy and Jackie.
They cut like 5 minutes of that conversation. It was so much longer.
Oh my god, I can't imagine it being more of that.
It was longer. What there other moves?
It was. I think I was saying like. I'm pretty sure when he was like, there's so many things that you can do with your eyes. That was like, name them. Like you can blink and you can like cross-eyed, but other than that, like what are the moves you can do with your eyes?
I'm not even talking about the game anymore. I just want to know what you can do with your eyes.
Just like that was a dumb thing to say. Just tell me what you mean by that.
We're gonna need that footage.
I mean, you guys have history too with Surviving Barstool.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are already kind of reality TV show pros.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I was really shocked when everyone when I left and everyone was like at the campfire and everyone was like, no, like I'm not surprised. Like she's smart. Like I was like, I don't think I've ever been called smart before. Like that felt
you're very. It's like a street smart thing.
Yeah.
We're not calling you for phone a friend and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but I think you know how to like. I mean, Survivor was.
You know how to deal with people.
Yeah.
And that's the only kind of smart.
Well, just keep watching.
Well, wait. Speaking of knowing how to deal with people, literally some of the most gangster shit I've ever seen was you going along with that lie.
Why did you do that?
That was dope.
That was just like, yo, dope. Jackie is a vault. You could tell her about your dead bodies, and she'll lie right to the police for no reason.
Yeah.
Why? You did. You were just like, what? No. That was a great lie. You're a sociopath. You're a fucking gaslighting manipulator.
I'll be honest. Pat texted me, and then he said like.
But yeah, but like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I would just be like, no, I'm not gonna fucking stick my neck out for you.
Yeah, but then
that.
I was like, at that point. There was just no point in like Pat was like one of the only solid alliances that I had, so I was like, I can't go against him. So I was like,
I guess that makes sense.
Makes sense.
But I mean, that was sometimes I think when we're doing reality shows at Barstool, we forget we're at Barstool and we're like pretending we're actually on reality, like TV.
Yeah.
And it's like, he obviously went to the fucking room. Yeah. He yelled out, "I'm gonna go diarrhea, guys," and disappeared. So like that. If I was on that, I would have just been like, "Wait a minute, I'm back at Barstool." Yeah, he came. He fucking came. And then like Pat would have been like, "What the fuck?" But it would have just been like, "Yeah, listen, I don't know, man. We're not actually on fucking ABC right now."
I respect that he like took that to the grave though. Like,
yeah, man.
many
I mean, did they really? People really believe it?
I don't know.
Like Dana was kind of like,
you know who doesn't have diarrhea? The guy who announces.
He has diarrhea. There was 1,000 better ways to just disappear for a couple minutes.
But it did luckily give us it may be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I've watched it 100 times now. I've had tears in my eyes almost every time.
Dana
Beers. Pat says he's out in the woods. He's got diarrhea. Buddy, we all got diarrhea.
He says he's taking a dump. He's got diarrhea. Buddy, we all got diarrhea.
And like, for people who weren't following along when I first tweeted it, like, I clarified this morning, like, there has not been a disgusting food challenge. They've been there
no
for
reason
3 hours.
Yeah.
As far as we know, Dana's diet remains unmolested. And yeah, it is. He's like, buddy, we all got diarrhea. And that following him being too fat for being on the plane.
Dude.
And Dana is looking pretty big in that onesie. It is.
Dude, it's so weird. First of all, I'm hoping that he described it in a convoluted way. Because what he said made it sound like he was 300 pounds.
Yes.
He's not. He was not 300, right?
He was 260.
So he was 280. He got down to 260, and
yes.
you needed to be like 250, right?
Yes.
Because he said, "I'm 280. I dropped 20 pounds."
I think they fucked him. I think the producers of these shows are little motherfuckers.
Because he said, "I'm 280. I'm too big to fly, and I dropped 20 pounds." So I was like, was he $3 bills?
I think, and maybe I'm wrong, because I saw him issue a tweet correction, and then I rewatched the clip because the clip got tweeted out.
Yeah.
So I watched it again, and I was like, "Oh, even the audio sounds different." I think they fucking
something like
that. That's reality producer shit.
If you say it, you say it.
I said it in a sentence. What do you mean you can't fucking fuck with my sentence?
Right. You could make people say all sorts of things.
Right.
You know, that's a little too far. But
I remember he was only 10 pounds over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
260, 250.
Yeah, and we were like, what is 10 pounds gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, you could still jump out. Like, I guess it's
I'm pretty surprised. Like, a lot of people can't go skydiving who aren't like morbidly obese. There's a lot of people who are.
I actually didn't realize. Like, I'm good, but like, if I have a tough year,
you're not skydiving. I'm
not good anymore.
Yeah. That's crazy to me. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You can't be.
250. Like, again, maybe this is just.
But like,
me,
but if you think about what you're doing, like. It's like when they say like you should only take 2 Advil. You could probably take like 40.
Yeah.
But they got to make sure that they don't kill you. We are actively jumping out of a plane. If they get the weight thing wrong, like they probably have to be safe by like 300 pounds. Yeah. You probably could go skydiving with like a parachute can probably hold like 1,000 pounds. But we ain't gonna go skydiving with an 800-pound man.
What's the heaviest person who ever skydived?
That would be imagine like the guys in the fat pen skydiving. Like if Frank the Tank went skydiving, and he's just floating through the air.
I will say the place that we went skydiving, we later realized is under investigation for too many people dying. And we were like, oh my God.
How many people died?
I don't know.
Dude, 230 in some places. Some places I can't skydive.
Yeah, that's... Because think about it, man. They're not fucking around. I'm sure a parachute can hold like 10x that, but they're like, we're not even going to come close to this. So... I would have to say,
it's not easily findable.
There's a lot of like, there's the guy who got the first question on Millionaire wrong. There's like a lot of unceremonious exits, but showing up, being too fat for the challenge, and getting voted off.
Dude, everyone just being like, well, he's too fat. Like, was crazy. Like, it was that was where I was like, oh, we're back, baby.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well,
and
you know what
that was gonna air no matter what. But like, everyone was just like, well, he is fat.
When
like, what?
When we do these things, I feel like on Survivor we saw it too. The first vote is hard for people, and so they just latch on to anything. So it was like White Sox Dave sleptwalked, he's out.
Yeah.
He was drunk, he's gone. Dana's fat, he's gone. They just want something that everyone will agree upon, and then we can get through the first night, and then we can start playing the game. So just being like, yeah, we'll vote the fat guy out.
It is funny that we just like keep just like without pause, just be like, yeah, fat ass Dana, the fat guy. And like, it should be made clear, and you said it the other day, it's because Dana's not fat.
Right.
I'm comfortable saying this. There are fat people at this company who I do not call fat.
Dude, it happened to you the other day. You posted it. Billy Football said, no one at this company can beat me arm wrestling. And you posted the picture of you flexing.
Yeah.
And somebody...
I didn't. I quote tweeted it. Nick actually asked if he could post it, and I said, you can't.
Yeah, I didn't want to get you into an arm wrestling competition without you knowing about it.
But somebody tweeted me being like, you have painted a very incorrect picture of Feitelberg the way you describe him. Like, of course, yeah. Yeah. If you actually were like a fat slob and I was just like, you're a fat slob, that would be the meanest thing ever. Right. I say it because he's fucking yoked. Like, yeah. Like,
I'm very comfortable calling Dana fat because he's not fat.
Right. I mean, who would, I don't know, wrangle them up and put them in their own section right to their face? Like, no one would ever do that, right? But Dana in the onesie, it was funny because it was like huge in the arms and like in the neck and like baggy in the legs and then just stretched by the belly. Yeah. And I was like, that's just a guy who's been drinking. He's not a fat guy. He's just a guy who's been drinking.
He like held his whole belly at one point. It was like, dude, that is a case of beer.
But you cut that out.
Yeah.
And he did, I think most of it at least. And you're, a tall, skinny guy. So anyway, that's Most Dangerous Game Show.
Wait, can we also talk about Jackie putting her foot in her mouth after both shows she's been on? She's won the first competition.
Crazy.
And then immediately, told everyone Tico was on her period and then, made an enemy out of Francis, instantly.
Yep.
What'd you do with Francis?
I was like...
For no reason. They didn't compete at all.
It was word vomit. It wasn't even me. It was just something within me. That's my pattern, I guess.
She just went. She was just like, I'm just happy I beat Francis. He's a Harvard grad, and I can say that I beat him. And he was just like, why are you guys so obsessed with that?
That was
why
funny.
Did you say that?
Like, why do you all care about that so much?
Yeah, what he said was very funny. But there was just absolutely no reason. There was no it was down to her and Francis, and she showed him up, and it was a puzzle that she finished first. Beat 10 other people, and she was like, I beat Francis.
No reason.
No reason.
It
also wasn't that bad, but that's
I get that because of your age, where I think when you're younger, and I think to Francis's point, we are all mostly older now, and when you're younger, when you're what, 22, 23? 23. Were you into
Jackie
college?
said that she was 105. Jesus.
Because I'm basically 24.
Almost 24. When you're those should probably be the last year where you do care about where someone went to college.
Yeah.
Where when you're at that age, it's not just it matters. It also just stems to conversation. You probably know people who know people that. It's still a thing in conversation where you went to school. Most of us are 30 plus now. It's not really a thing anywhere else except with Francis. Yeah. It's we went to Harvard.
I mean, Harvard. It's also just it's the top of the top, so it's going to be a little bit more. No one is saying that about any other school. Yeah. No one's going to be like, oh, you went to fucking Dartmouth? I beat you in a puzzle game. But also you're at the age and the time here at Barstool, and it's good because it makes these shows good, where you just say shit unprompted.
Yeah.
Because producers are like, yeah, just go. I'll be on that shit, just be like, yes, no. That's it. You ain't getting shit from me, man. I'm not talking myself into
That's what I tried, telling Love Island or whatever. I guess is that.
Oh yeah, whatever happened.
Nothing. So.
That's crazy.
That is a misstep by them.
Yeah,
Never even heard of that show.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I know. I did. They said not to. They were like, don't be Islam, whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever, dude. Maybe that's why I didn't get in.
But I kept trying to. I think the interview. I kept trying to be I'm, you don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth, saying that, and I kept trying to emphasize I'm really, but I think it came off more I'm kind of slow or dumb or something. And I think that could have been.
I like rocks.
I'll tell you what, their Instagram or their Twitter and Instagram, we get a lot more interaction if you're on there. I follow it because you were doing the interviews and it's getting 2 or 3 retweets by
that is
the people
on
it, and that's
very bad misstep by them. Yeah. But whatever. Because we got our own game show, so watch Most Dangerous Game Show during the week at some point on the Barstool YouTube.
While we're talking, we're gonna change something.
I just wanted to but go good.
I was gonna say while we're doing reality TV show stuff, I read an article the other day, and it was really funny. Give me a second. A former Bachelor contestant killed himself.
Yeah.
Saw that. I'll get to the funny part. And I read it. I don't know why I read it. I don't watch the show. I've never heard of this guy. But I was like...
Oh, I know why you read it.
Yeah.
You got a new technique?
Yeah. You're always keeping an eye on the opponent, see what everyone else is up to.
Yeah. Did he really just say, I don't know why I read it? Like, dude, talking about suicide every single second of the day.
But I read it, and in the article, it was...
Oh, he's alive?
He's alive?
What?
No way! What a twist, dude!
Wait. Wait, what? Yo, I gotta do a video on this guy.
That's crazy.
Fucking nuts.
Well, anyway.
Yo, you should like lose your, that's crazy. Someone gets into your account, posts that you're dead. That's not like a hack. That's like, I don't know.
You should start reevaluating how you use social media if you can get hacked and someone goes, mental health matters, he's no longer with us, and everyone goes, I did it.
Holy shit, man. That's fucked. Is that really what happened? He just posted something like
Alive and well. My account was hacked. For the last 24 hours, I've been trying desperately to get into it. Somebody
Bro, I'm not believing this
was
for 1
playing
second.
a cruel joke and mocking my mental illness and the struggles I've gone through with depression and suicide attempts. And I'm sorry for all the pain they caused when they made that post. I just got back into my account.
What a plot twist.
I am going to do all I can with my team to try to identify who is behind this. But again, I apologize for the confusion, and I will update you guys as more facts come in.
I was just about to say this. What? I don't want to be insensitive, but he's alive now, so he can be. I mean, I think this guy posted this and then was like, "Oh shit, I shouldn't have posted that." Like wanted attention or wanted to see what would happen if he did it. Was drunk, was high, something. You can't be like someone on my team when you're just a random Bachelor dude.
A team is strong.
Bro, there are so many people who don't have teams, and you're one of them, bud.
Me and my team. And what's like what you got an IT guy on your team?
Right.
Like,
you got Pavs? Hey, Pavs, you posted I killed myself? No. I talked to my team. They didn't do it.
Like,
That's a guy who was like, had a breakdown and did some stupid shit that had to backtrack.
I don't know what he did, but he's got
crazy.
A team is nuts.
Thank God you brought this up.
Yeah. But now, for the most interesting part of this.
Let's go back to when you thought it was funny that this guy killed himself.
I didn't think
now we can have a field day with this. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
That wasn't the funny part. That's why I said, give me a second. I was going to get to the funny part. The funny part was, in the article, it was describing his life because he had killed himself. And it was like, in blank year, he came out as pansexual. And then, like, next paragraph was like, in this year, he came out as bisexual. And I just thought that was funny. That's like a thing.
You downgraded?
That you like.
I'm not fucking everything anymore.
Came out of the closet a little too fast.
Yeah. I thought I liked something. I didn't like it.
I started picturing him like sucking some girl's dick, being like, "This is too far."
I went too far. Too far.
Never mind. I don't think I like this. Like,
guys, girls, that's it.
Doing the Homer me backing in the closet a little bit. Like,
that is very funny.
See, I told you I was gonna get there.
Bro,
I'm pansexual. Fucks one transgender person. Like, I'm bisexual.
That is. Yeah, look at that. 15 pansexual icons. Bro, are we calling again? I don't want to pile on this guy, but Josh from The Bachelor is a icon.
I mean, I can only name one pansexual person. It's Dan Levy's character from Schitt's Creek.
I think he is in real life, isn't he?
Is he? I actually thought he was just bi in real life. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I thought that was what
he might have had a similar situation as Josh here did, where he came out panned and said.
I think Miley is, right?
Is she?
Miley will fuck anybody. Anything. Miley's such a gangster, man. That is so funny. I got it. Did this like just come out? I didn't hear this.
20 hours ago.
Wow. All right. I'll do 1 Minute Man after this. Are you paying too much for your wireless plan? Straight Talk just introduced the new Straight Talk multi-line plan, where more lines means more saving. Just $25 per line per month when you get 4 lines with unlimited data, talk, and text, all on nationwide 5G. Plus, no contracts, no hidden fees, and no compromises. I'm pretty much convinced that the whole world is just like on their old plan, not realizing that there's just better ways to do it. Like, to me, I know. I get like an auto thing. It's just like, oh, you paid like $200 this month. And I'm like, what? For fucking what? What? No. I can get it for $25. And then, but it's like, you got to do this and cancel that. It's like, go do it, and you will save a lot of money a month, because people like Straight Talk is providing multiple lines with everything you need for $25. No compromises, no hidden fees. And then no contract, too, is great. I feel like everyone else is like locked in for years on end. They like own your soul. You just don't have to do any of this anymore.
No contract is always ideal.
Always keep your options open. Always stay with the lowest cost possible. And as long as you can get that nationwide 5G and the unlimited data, get up to 4 lines for your whole family, that's the way to go. So that's Straight Talk, talking from Straight Talk Wireless. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com. Anyway, real quick, just wanted to, a little bit of overlap with Barstool Radio. Talking about the greatest reality shows out there. I mean, Barstool Radio is just fucking ripping right now. I mean, Nate came right on here and we said he would have his downfall, and it was maybe his worst ever.
Yeah.
That was absolutely one of the most insane moves. Really, truly the most insane move in Barstool history. Like, the guy who never fires anybody had to fire one person, the first person, and Nate kicks in the door. That's insane. And then when I found out it was Matt Fitzgerald, I thought it was going to be like, we fired like Eddie and Clem, the 2 most lovable guys in the world. It's Matt Fitzgerald.
It is.
Are you you're going to stick your neck out like that and ruin your fucking life for that, dude? Are you nuts?
Nate might be right. I don't know, but to say like, well, now we can't cover the NFL is such a card to play,
dude. That's
like
insane.
That's the card, dude.
Nate was like, he's top 5 in page views, and I was like, you know, listen, if we let go of a top 5 podcast, people would be like, wait, what's going on? So in his world, it's a big deal. Unfortunately, Nate's world doesn't matter. Like, it's just not as important. The bigger thing, like Dave said, is like acting like we cannot replace a Matt Fitzgerald is the problem.
Yeah.
That's the issue with the blog, is that if Matt Fitzgerald can be the best blogger on the website stinks.
Poor Matt Fitzgerald caught a lot of strays.
Well, so
he's coming on the show.
Yeah, he's coming on Barstool Radio today, so by the time you listen to this, you can go back and listen to Matt. But I did tweet, like, I mean, nobody has their singular layoff put on blast the way we do with Matt. And that's kind of the Barstool way, but also a lot of people at Barstool sign up for something. Matt signed up for like remote blogging, and all of a sudden found himself catching the most strays in the world. So in that regard, that sucks. But I actually think Matt will probably get rehired because of this, or some other blog will find him now. So I think it'll actually be a good thing. But that was probably not the most fun thing to have an hour straight of your. But we'll find out from Matt later today, and then you guys, while you're listening to this, you can go back. Barstool Radio is available as video replay live at 12, video replay right afterwards, and then that afternoon uploaded as an audio podcast, and there is a clips YouTube where you can just watch all the highlight clips.
We're gonna probably start getting the audio out like within an hour, so it'll be
okay. Wow, so like that afternoon, you know, right after your lunch break, if you didn't watch it live, you can listen on the audio immediately. Dave is like a wild card. Sometimes he's in, sometimes he's out, so you never know what you're going to get. We got a new set moving around the office whenever, depending on where Dave wants it to be. But we basically just need a couch and a camera and a couple mics, and we rip it. So every day, 12 Eastern. And like it's fun. You know, last episode, Feitelberg was saying no matter how much we repackage this, you can't replace likability and talent. But there's one little cheat code, and it's just like insane amounts of drama.
Yeah.
And if you just lean into that, like, it's fun watching like all the feedback is people just being like, I'm so fucking happy this is back. And you know, for a franchise that doesn't often get that, it feels good to just have like a show that is absolutely ripping right now. So Barstool Radio every day. And we do it differently from KFC Radio. So, for instance, you won't get sagas about.
This is. Do you guys know about this?
No, nobody else knows about this. You won't get sagas about killing dogs. Actually, should I even? Yeah, off the rip, she says that, right? So I don't have to hide it.
Yeah.
Let me go back to my text. So I got this. Does anybody actually? This ties in nicely. Does anybody remember Ugly Gabby from radio?
I actually don't.
So, long time ago.
I remember the name.
Long time ago, this girl called in and said, like, I think she said, like, you're ugly and have a lazy eye, or you're fat, or something like that to me. And then we looked her up, and she was a little bit overweight. And I was like, fuck you, Ugly Gabby. And then we ended up becoming really cool, and she shed a lot of pounds, and we just...
What order did that happen in?
No. She became cool. We made peace recently, relatively, like in the last couple of years. Pretty sure she got hot, became single, and started fucking girls.
Wow.
I think.
That's like Josh's trajectory.
Yeah, exactly. This is all very tying together nicely. Where is your text messages with me? Let me see. Okay, so she sends me.
This is kind of long, but it's
but it starts off with a bang. Yeah. It started out, she said, I have a moral dilemma. And I was like, okay, let me hear it. First sentence. I have to kill my boyfriend's dog. Little backstory. He bought a teacup Yorkie for his girlfriend freshman year of college. 2 weeks later, she calls him and said she hates him and get rid of it. He felt bad for the dog, so he just kept him. 17 years later, he's still around and is ruining my life. He smells like rotting flesh. Looks like something straight out of a horror movie. One milky white eye from being blind. The only other has 40% vision. His 3 activities in life are shivering, pissing, and sleeping. My man... Oh, I guess she's back to fucking guys. My man has been saying he needs to be put down, but doesn't feel right because technically he's, quote, fine, according to the vet. He recently got a coaching job at the University of Kentucky and is committing until he can find a place. He wants to wait until he moves back, then euthanize the dog since it'll be a full circle of life starting and ending in Lexington. Now, this is where the dilemma falls on me. I think the dilemma's already pretty much established.
Now this is where it gets a little hairy.
We constantly have to stay at his place to accommodate this dog because I don't want him leaving the scent of a dead body in my house. This is very inconvenient. I have lotions, serums, exfoliators, hair products, makeup, and not to mention a full closet of clothes I need at my disposal since I never know what to wear at work. This would be fine if it were just a night or two, but we're talking every other night, 50-50 custody with my daughter. I've come up with a solution, but this may kill all karma I've built up within my life. I obviously have to kill the dog. I've Googled it. Overdosing him on Benadryl would take a lot, and I don't have the stomach to be that close to his mouth, much less 2 snaggle teeth and a slobber and have his slobber touch me. I don't have it in me to smother the poor thing, so this is the solution I come up with. When my boyfriend goes to work, I get the dog euthanized, then put him in his crate and go along with my day. When he comes home, he'll just find the dead dog, thinking he peacefully went with God, and then I'm lifting the burden of the emotional roller coaster of having to do it himself. What a heroic moment by me. The dog is 99% dead. He just needs a little push to the other side. Thoughts?
You gotta kill that dog.
Gotta kill that dog. Now, here's the thing. I do not think... I would be skeptical, I'll say, that they let you leave with a dead dog if you get it euthanized. I think they're like...
I just killed the dog. You can do it.
And you take it home?
Yeah, I didn't take it home.
Like if you want to bury it in like your yard or something?
Yeah. Remember, also the option is group cremation.
Right. But they'll just give you the body.
Yeah, they gave us our dog in like a garbage bag in a box. I'm from a bad neighborhood. If that didn't come through.
Because I remember my dad worked in a vet's office when he was like a teenager. Like everyone else was like at the snack bar, whatever, working at the diner. My dad was throwing dogs into the kiln, and he said he would just throw like 20 in there a day.
Oh my god!
Just like shoveling coal, except it was dead dogs. And he was was like, it was the worst. I was like, why would you do that? You know, money. Like, that's insane, bro. I wouldn't do that for like $10,000 an hour, let alone like, you know, your 16-year-old like beer money shit.
I remember in high school there was a girl that I was like trying to hook up with that worked at a vet clinic, and when we started talking about it, she just got real like, yeah, no, you just get over it.
You just get over it. He was just like, you know, just throw these things from here to there.
Throw in the oven.
Pull the ripcord.
So they'll give you the dog back. Okay. Then that was my only thing was like, I thought that, you know, they're like, we're not going to let you just walk out here with a dead body. We don't know what you're going to do with it or whatever. Like, I thought by law maybe they have to dispose of it.
No, you can get it.
You can get it. I just killed a dog. You can do it. In that case, yeah, well, I mean, what's going to have an autopsy? No.
Yeah, you can get away. It'll probably eat at you.
I don't think that'll eat this girl.
But like,
she doesn't give a fuck.
This
girl doesn't give a fuck. This girl's already done this. She doesn't give a fuck.
I think I remember in high school, in Catholic school, we learned about just wars.
Yeah.
And maybe you learned about them in regular school as well. But I think it was a commandment from God. So I think we did it a little harder.
Yeah, I mean, they had a little bit of a loose interpretation with that, I believe, in the Crusades. But
yeah, I'm gonna make it a little looser.
Okay.
When they this is, you can't look at it as a dog. It's an enemy combatant who is literally standing in way of your life, your way of life.
Yeah.
Like, it is like, you can't be at home. You can't be by your creams. You can't. This is a way no person should have to live.
No, this is savagery. But also, she could. She just does not want to.
Well, she can, because her and the man have to be together. Like, he can't sleep at her house because he has to take care of the dog. This enemy combatant is truly affecting and ruining your way of life.
Yeah.
That's a just war.
I'm with you. I don't even think you need to go that far. I think you can just kill animals when you don't want them anymore. You know, I'm not saying like, you know, if it's like a 1-year-old puppy and it's a problem, I wouldn't do that. You can rehome it. You can do a lot of things. But I think,
yeah, what do you think happened to my sister's gerbil when we were kids?
Yeah, like
I'm kidding. I think
you're just waiting for a cancer diagnosis. Just say he has it or something. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I
guess vets won't like the vet was just like, he's fine, I can't do it. But like, I think they can.
Oh.
I think you can just like, I think she's talking about it. Like, I think you just go and say, you can kill this thing.
Yeah.
And they'll be like,
dude,
done. You're dead.
They get over it pretty quick.
Do what Melania did to find drugs. Look for the 1-star rating and go to the.
I feel like a vet will not only euthanize that thing. I feel like he'll do it like he'll break the neck. Here you go. Like, you don't even have to go into the clinic. They'll break it, stick the dog's head out the window. You probably could kill this thing on your own if you know. Oops, I dropped the doggy bag down the stairs. If you really wanted to euthanize this thing, you could probably get it without even doing a trip to the vet.
I think dogs, when they get to this level, are just like, they're almost.
Yeah, this guy's probably like unbreakable.
He needs the
like
good
if he made it past like 13, he probably is gonna make it to 23.
17 is like, my dog was old as shit and she was 14. Granted, it was a golden retriever or a golden doodle.
Yeah, a big dog. These little motherfuckers can live to like 20.
And that also plays a factor in the ease with which I'm saying it's time. First of all, I'm not. We talk about like, I'm not a sentimental person, so like, when it's time, I'll be the first to tell you. Like, a dog person doesn't matter. Like, time to go. Like,
dog, grandma, whatever.
See, my mom's dad with my grandfather, her father. She's like, Jesus Christ, he's coming home again. Like, he was, dude. I think we talked about him. Yeah. His end of life, he was in and out all the time. She's like,
yeah,
they're letting him go again. This is crazy. Like,
But this is like a Chihuahua type dog.
Yeah,
like,
right. So like, with it being so sickly and so blind, which reminds me, my friends have a blind dog, and I think that's just the funniest thing ever.
It's tough.
Like when they
just
go
stand in the corner.
No, because he knows they're home now.
I know dogs that blind dogs get stuck in the corner because they just hit walls and they just stop.
But she just woke up blind. Like, she had vision. They woke up one morning. Like, I think the dog's blind because it was just walking into the walls the whole time. But now when they go on vacation and they take the dog's used to the layout of the house.
Right.
So I'm like, thinking of it from its perspective. It's like, I just got transported to a new place today. I think they moved all the furniture.
Why'd you put the couch there?
I think they added a set of stairs in this room. It's very funny. But the what's Mac's dog's name? It begins with a B.
Poppins.
I guess. The Poppins. I'm envisioning this dog as a smaller, grosser Poppins.
Yeah,
with like the eye that needs to be shoved and knuckled in.
Oh, yeah. The milky eye is what did it for me. My buddy once had a dog named Snowball that I think had herpes on its eye, and like he was like we would go over the house. And he would always be like, "Don't touch it! Don't touch Snowball! The eyes!" And we'd be like, "Ah!" Like, so we'd be like, "Chris, get rid of this fucking dog with the herpy eyes."
You got a dog with herpes on its eye.
Yeah, it was gross. And it was like, I remember like his mom being like, "It's very contagious. Don't touch the eyes." And I was like, Jesus Christ, why do you want this like this hazard moseying around your house?
We have a speedy poison oak tree in the house.
Yeah, like, right.
You're playing like the floor is lava, but with the dog is herpes. You can never sleep in your friend's house.
Yeah.
The dog might nudge you awake one day.
Get away from me, Snowball.
There's no way that's true.
I swear.
That dude made up that thing so he'd have to tell his girlfriend how he got herpes.
Maybe it wasn't literally herpes.
Home one day.
Maybe it wasn't literally herpes, but I could see it on his eyeballs, and I was like, that thing is gross. Yeah, like that would be it for me. Like that dog was perfectly healthy otherwise. You got herpes on your eyes or some sort of transferable, like, skin disease, it's over for you, dog.
Yeah.
It's over for you.
Yeah,
like, I something
roaming around the house.
Something happens. I don't know if it's an age thing or becoming a father or both, but I find you go from being like the doggo good boys to being like, okay, guys, enough.
The doggo has herpes, guys.
The blind doggo's ruining our lives. You gotta go, bro.
Don't touch the doggo. It's gotta.
That's the title of the episode today. The doggo has herpes. Like, come on. Once your dog starts like radically inconveniencing your life. People who like have multiple surgeries and they're like, we can't travel, we can't do anything. The dog, it's like, come on, guys, come on. It's a fucking dog.
I remember when my mom was cleaning my dog's diaper, and I was like, I was like, dude, I wouldn't clean a person's diaper. If I have to clean your diaper and you're a person, it's time to move on.
It's over. Yeah.
It's like, we had a good run.
My aunt and uncle had a dog that, it was a German Shepherd, and my parents watched it like one weekend later in its life, and just shit and puked like projectile everywhere. And it was like, you can't be not only having this dog, but being like, we got to go away. Can you watch it? And then having it shit and piss everywhere and puke everywhere. You got to kill this dog. You got to kill that thing. It's a German Shepherd. It's a Nazi dog. Kill it. Listen, just gotta kill the dog. I'd love to hear a counter argument if anybody here has one or anybody out there has one.
Pro keep his dog alive.
No.
Like,
I'm on the fence.
So you're gonna just like keep up with the milky eye and the rotting flesh,
the scent of rotting flesh. Again, my grandfather, when he was dying, his car stunk like rotting flesh. Like, and, like it was like, dude, you are dying in this fucking car, man. Like,
bro, that Crown Victoria smelled so bad.
It was a Buick Regal,
one of the two.
He was driving
one of the two.
You're still driving? It was a Buick Regal.
If you are dying,
bro,
wasn't he losing limbs?
He had a suicide wheel on his wheel, which is like because he could only drive with one hand because they chopped off his other hand, so he would drive around with one hand in a rotting flesh mobile, just crushing O'Douls. Like
if they are lopping off limbs, you do not get to go in public anymore. You stay in the house until you fucking die. That's it.
But he
in his defense, like he was picking you up.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But again, in his defense,
the Rotmobile is not. I'm not getting in that car.
His message to his children was, when I'm like, but he was a judge, so he was like very sharp, and he's like, when I'm not mentally here, I'll go. He's like, but I'm here. And he was here. He was there until the end. He could drive. He could crush his O'Douls. He had one hand, but he was.
Well, he wasn't crushing it. He didn't have limbs. He was
but
losing
like,
limbs.
It wasn't like when you talk to him, it was like,
okay,
Grandpa.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
so he would flat out be like, yeah, I know I lost my arm, but let's go fucking, Yeah, that's tough. That is tough.
He'd show up. He got a chauffeur hat because he used to bring me to like school a lot, and he has like a fun joke. He'd have a chauffeur hat. And so he'd have a chauffeur, had a can of O'Doul's one hand, and a rotten flashing like, get at me.
Bro, next episode on fucking that can't even be a sketch. That needs to be a pilot. We need to launch a television show just for that scene because that's the opening. I mean, it's like come on.
I was just picturing it the whole time.
It's so fucking funny. Hop in, kiddo. We're going to school. He's just got his fucking
to the fucking
ghost
to drop you off.
rotting flesh numb while he's just driving around.
Like drop you off like a block away. He'd like drive on the lawn.
Bro,
Sorry, I've had 17 O'Douls this morning.
That is the beginning. That's like an Adam Sandler movie from the 90s where it starts out with a little kid doing that and then it goes like 17 years later and it's you like crushing beers with your buddies. That's your origin story that your rotting flesh grandpa used to drive you to school in the morning drinking non-alcoholic beers. That is so fucking. That is maybe the funniest thing that's ever come out of this show. That is so fucking funny. Oh my god. All right, let's do voicemails. It's not gonna get funnier than that. God damn. God damn, that was funny.
I got that car when he died, by the way. It was just so sick driving a car with a suicide wheel.
Drove it.
Dude.
It was the rotting flesh mobile. I thought you were gonna say we fucking burned it. You gave it away. You drove it.
No, dude. I got my first car was a Land Rover Discovery, and it broke down just nonstop.
Yeah, those are bad.
And I had it for like 3 months, 6 months. And I was like, this car sucks.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
I'd rather drive in a rotten
I have
flesh.
stress every time I get in the car, being like, I don't know if I'm going to get to point B. Like, this car literally doesn't get me pointed to point B. And my mom was like, we still have Gramps' car. And I was like, I'll take that.
That is great.
I went from a Land Rover Discovery to a Buick Regal with a suicide wheel. But that thing was like, I'd be like, fucking dope, dude.
Those should come standard. You know? Those are awesome. Oh man, we gotta do a cartoon or something. Recreate that. That is unbelievable. All right, let it rip. KFC Radio is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sometimes we're faced with a crossroads in life and we don't know which path to take. Maybe you're thinking about a career change or feeling like your relationship needs some TLC. Whatever it is, therapy can help you map out your future and trust yourself the way forward. We've been joking about it, but I really was like recommitting to radio every day. I was like, oh boy, what have I done? And I needed to like remind myself that it was like the right thing to do. And I was like bugging and needed to talk it out because I was thinking career was going to go this way. And now all of a sudden career is going the total opposite way in a good way. But I also was like just thinking it was going to be different and life balance. And now it's like totally opposite. And I was just like, oh no. I had this exit
back in.
Oh, I mean, I woke up in the morning just staring at the ceiling. Like, oh no. But talked it out and like felt better about it. And that's what BetterHelp offers. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, you need therapy for any of these things we're talking about: career, life, love, friends. Go to BetterHelp because you can do it all online, all on the computer, or all on your phone. It's entirely done online, like I said. It's convenient, flexible, and fits to your schedule. All you got to do is fill out a brief questionnaire, and you get matched with a licensed therapist. And if you don't like the therapist, you can keep switching for free, no cost, until you find one that works. You can do it on the phone, on the tablet, on the computer, video, text, or phone call. All of it's available. So let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/KFC today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/KFC.
What's up, fuckers? I was just listening to the episode about John getting stopped by TSA all of the time, and the same thing used to happen to me, and I have all of the answers that you need.
That's exciting.
Fun fact.
Ooh.
Those aren't metal detectors. Who the fuck knew, right?
I kind of know.
So I used to get stopped every single time I went through, and it was always a square that would pop up right here. And I was always like, why? I don't understand. I have metal in my elbow, I have metal in my ankle. Why is it popping up here? And I got angry in Philly a couple months ago because Philly TSA agents are fucking cunts. So I got a little sassy when I got up to the machine and, I did my little thing.
Pause for a second. Where is this girl?
Well, all of our voicemails are in basements. I don't know why. The people go down their basements and hide.
Obviously they hide out of shame. But this looks like a fucking... Okay, yeah, keep going.
Per usual, box lights up. And I was like, why does this happen every time? And I was just like, I wasn't mad at the agent. I was just like agitated at the world. So I just out loud, I was kind of like, why does this happen? Like, I don't even have metal in my chest. Why does this happen? And this bitch looked at me dead in my eyeballs and said, this is not a metal detector. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Yes, it is. My whole life I've believed it is a metal detector, so it is a metal detector right now. And she was like, no, actually, it has an idea of what the human body is supposed to be shaped like. It scans you, and if anything about your body deters from their idea of the norm, that spot on your body lights up to get
fat dick,
down.
dude.
I got a weird looking dick.
You got a weird dick. Bro, that means... Press pause.
No way.
Bro, that means... Dude.
No way.
That fucking means that if you think about it, if you think about this, the best way to scan the most amount of humans would probably be an airline. Like the most amount of people.
Yeah.
Like you can't just put it in like a school or whatever. But we get a picture. The best picture possible in this country, or maybe worldwide, of what a human body and therefore a human dick should look like is from those airport scanners. The amount of people that run through there, we have a perfect picture of what it should be, and you walk through there and that dick goes off. The TSA goes, that guy's got a weird dick. Come on over. Let me touch your dick.
I gotta stand up for my dick real quick. I think if you ask anyone on the planet, you're like, close your eyes and draw a dick. I think they're gonna draw my dick. It's just it's fucking off the factory line, dude. It's just a regular ass dick.
Bro, what we're telling you is it's not.
It just has.
It's like the evidence is here. Like thousands, millions of people a day go through these machines, and it just goes dick. Dick. What's that? That's what happens. That's you, man. TSA don't lie. Like it's my ankle every time. I don't know. I got a bony ankle. You got a weird dick, dude. You got a weird dick. All right, she's got weird tits or something. I don't know. You got weird dick.
Yeah, that's such a mean thing for TSA agents to be like, oh, it's because you are deformed. We know what they...
Now, this is... It's crazy, though, because it's like, look around here. You know, if me and Frank the Tank go through the thing back to back...
Yeah.
It's going to be like, you put a gorilla in here. Like, it's not a human at all, you know? But so how can it, you know? So it must just be like, okay, this guy is 6 foot something, 200 something. Nope, that dick's weird. You know? What do you want? What do you want, man?
I'll be honest. Something I've left out of the story is that there's a red box around my dick, but then below it, like behind it, there's like always like the outer part of a yellow box.
So you got weird dick and balls.
And they're like,
oh, you got maybe it's your long balls.
They're like something definitely dangerous, and then maybe a little dangerous.
I mean,
dude, that's so like. I knew it wasn't a metal detector. I didn't know it detected deformities.
Bro, your dick is sitting on your balls, and it's just It's not working.
They're like
the math ain't mathing. It's just like there should be a dick and then balls, but instead it's balls and then dick, and it's just not. It's not working.
I'm gonna have to get.
You know what else? You know what else is probably the problem? You go in there with your fucking small underwear and your dick is smushed, and it's probably just like.
I did.
There's a ball here and a ball there and a tip there. It's smushed in because you're a 6'3" man wearing small underpants.
That could be
definitely.
Could be.
Like there should be something.
Does this guy have a grenade go off in his pocket? How the fuck are all the pieces so far from each other?
This guy's you got a Picasso dick in there.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. It's like this guy's either got a bomb or he's wearing the wrong.
That's
underpants.
why it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what pants I wear. It's the underpants. That's fucking funny, man.
Go through. Go commando next time you're on a plane. Cruise right through, bro.
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
I do have an update on this too, actually, because I was just in Montana. Went through TSA. I'm telling on myself, I never set off the TSA thing, and every time I went through a metal detector or one of those things, wherever they are, 4 times, I set it off every time, and it was the same thing, my dick. And they're like, well, we just changed the algorithm. So they recently updated it, so now normal dicks are shaped differently, apparently, according to TSA.
That makes sense because it's definitely been a recent problem.
So wait, you guys either have old school dicks or new school dicks?
I got a dick like my body. It looks like a 1970s box.
Yeah. Yo, you really do. That's so accurate. Like Feitelberg looks like one of those guys in a black and white video that has one of those things rubbing his belly, and you fight like this. And someone's throwing a medicine ball at your stomach. That's how you train, bro. You do look like someone from the Great Depression. You look like Russell Crowe in Cinderella Man working the docks and shit. Like that's you. You're that guy. It's kind of like your pecs are kind of like that's what it is. Your chest looks like kind of like a Vince McMahon chest. It makes you look like an old guy from the Great Depression. It's like that guy's strong as shit, but it all just looks weird. And that's why the machine's like, what? Is this a time traveler? Is this guy flying from 1931? What's going on? So the TSA updated what their dicks are.
Yeah.
Maybe dicks are growing, shrinking. I don't know. But
they're all connected now.
That was fucking funny. Why are the pieces all apart? All right, next voicemail.
By the way, on the similar note, I did recently buy 3 new 3-packs of underwear on Amazon, so I knew what size I was getting. I'm just
what brand?
Calvin Klein. I'm just not large anymore, so they're all way too small,
brother.
And that's going to be an issue.
Brother, let me tell you something.
Airport, apparently.
Can I tell you something? You haven't been a large for a long time. Bro, you are at least an XL. The way the underwear market shifted, we're probably double X's. Yeah. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Next up.
What's up, everybody? There's the viral video going around or tweet, whatever it was, of grown men think that they can land a plane just by using direction from the air traffic controllers. I saw recently a video of Shane Gillis saying something about burning somebody's house down. And the thought occurred to me, I don't know how people die in burning houses and buildings. I feel like I could escape any burning building.
Throw a Feitelberg guarantee on it?
It's probably dumb, but I just think I could. Like, just run through the flames. You'll be all right. My question to you guys is, what is a rational thing that you guys think you can do that,
classic.
Maybe you just haven't. This is the first time I'm saying that out loud, that I could get out of a burning building, because, it kind of just popped in my head.
This is what, KFC Radio, like 2012 to 14, 15 was built on. It was just saying shit that we definitely can't do.
But we are also Dan was the catalyst for that.
Yeah, Dan was the one who thought he could do everything. We were always like, no way.
Yeah, obviously we just saw the last episode, the tornado I won't die in. I do agree with the burning building one. Like, I don't have any smoke detectors in my apartment.
That's the thing, though. That's what people don't get is you it's the smoke that gets you, not the fire.
Yeah, but I just I
hold your breath.
Like I
think unless a house is like engulfed, I'm getting out. I might get burned. I might lose a limb, like Grandpa. But like, it has to be like there's a wall of fire on the other side. So you go running through it, and there's just like, feet after feet after feet of fire.
Yeah,
what I mean. But otherwise, I'm like getting through a window somewhere.
But
I think usually what happens is people are drunk or they pass out or they're old, and they breathe in smoke. They pass out. They die.
Yeah.
I think they usually say you die from smoke inhalation before you die from burning.
That's a good way to go. If I had to pick one,
I'd probably pick a different one than passing out from smoke and then burning alive. But I'd rather just die in my sleep.
Oh, you pass out from the smoke than you burn alive?
I think you probably wake up and you're like, and then I think you have to either be really old or really fucked up to be breathing in smoke and just pass out right like without realizing it first.
Yeah. Actually that kind of reminds me. I just watched a show. It's Happy Valley, which is a great show. But I just watched season 3, which came out I think back in May. And we have really overused the term slow burn. I think we've kind of said that before, but this is an actual slow burn and is really good. Mm-hmm. Where like it's I think people say a slow burn is like when they're like it sucks.
There's a bunch of bad episodes in a row.
It sucks.
It gets good,
and then there's a hook. Not even it gets good, but then there's a hook. And, and then you get
right.
This makes sense with like the pacing.
It's building and building.
The characters are. It's good acting. It's good. It's interesting camera work. It's an intentional slow burn, not like we didn't know what we were doing, so we just like threw in at the end. He killed the sister.
I was gonna say stuff has to matter in episode 1 and in episode 8.
Yeah.
For that to have been a slow burn. If the first 7 suck and then you radically change the script and it gets good, that's not a slow burn.
Right.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was like, oh, this is a slow burn. But that bringing up fire reminded me of that. But I could definitely.
That's a Feitelberg brain moment. Burn, fire. Okay.
I could definitely, because in my apartment, I basically just have 2 rooms. I have my living room and my bedroom. And I've knocked the smoke detector out on both of them. And it's actually the one in my living room is funny because you can see all the holes from my broom. Because I have like ceilings
a couple
I can't
times.
get to, and I like just whack it at it. And I haven't replaced them, and this is probably bad luck to say out loud, but I'm just like, well, if the fire's in my bedroom, the door right here, I'll get out that door. And then if the fire's in the other room, I'll just go out onto my porch and I'll jump to the other building. I don't really need smoke detectors. I stand by that. That's been a year and a half in the making. I'm so far so good.
The only way to find out is to set your house on fire.
I think
that would be a cool thing. You know how there's these like, you go to like the gun range and you do tactical shooting and shit. You go in a building, they set it on fire, you got to get out. And there's someone waiting with a hose or some shit to save you. I don't know. Let's prove it, big man.
I could get out of that. The plane, I don't super.
Planes lay in themselves.
Disagree. I understand.
I'll tell you something. I'll give you one along those lines. I don't think what Captain Sully did was that big of a deal. I think a lot of pilots could have done that. Putting it down on the water? Putting a bird down on the water?
A lot of pilots for sure. I'm talking people.
But I also, like, you give me the Hudson, I could put that bird down.
It can't.
What happens? Maybe we like that we nosedive in a little bit, but like if Captain Sully landed a plane on a mountain, I'd be like, holy shit. He landed it on a big wide runway that's a little bit wet. You know, like these things float.
I think like I get planes are different, but like if I'm on a boat and you tell me how to dock it, I can dock it. If I'm in a car and you tell me how to park it, I can park it. Logic would dictate I can do it with a plane too.
Plus, with like controls and robots and shit. Like I mean, if it's a plane going down and you really have to maneuver it, I don't know. But like, if you just put me in a 747,
but most people will.
I bet you can put me in a 747 right now, and they would just be like, push this button, pull down this lever, and like it would work. I actually don't know if that's that far fetched.
Dude, speaking of planes, did you see that baby today? Dude, this video is so goddamn funny.
Outrage sparks over parents dressing their young daughter in a light-up costume on the plane.
Oh man, I gotta do 2 videos now, bro. You see the airline that's having the no kids?
Yeah.
I mean, that right there. That might. I'm not joking. That's a plant.
Well,
that's Corendon Airlines putting that baby on a plane and saying, "Come over to us. You can fly for $75 more. You'll never have to deal with that." Because that is so fucking outrageous to do that.
It is, but that like this is the issue with like Twitter now, where like everything is just engagement bait and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it's a 30-second video.
Yeah, they probably turned it off and
then at the end, like it just says like, hopefully it didn't persist for long. Like it's not like the parents were refusing to turn it off.
Right.
I'm sure the parents were like, "Oh Jesus Christ, sit down. What are you nuts?"
Right.
It's not a big deal at all. But it's got 4.8 million views, and that person's probably making a ton of money on it now.
You know, the argument forever rages. It's people without kids and people with kids on planes. If you fly commercial, you are taking public transportation. When you go on the subway and there's a bum pissing, you don't like it, but you're not like, get this guy out of here. We it's just like, this is just how it fucking goes. You're on the fucking plane where the public can get on the plane too. You're open to the public.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. When we were in Amsterdam with my mom, we got like a semi-private tour, and it was like us and like 2. It was me, my mom, my brother, a couple, and then like 3 other than the 3 people of their family or something like that. And we were waiting for people to come meet us to start the tour, and they were like 10 minutes late. And one of the guys is throwing a hissy fit where he's like, "Paid a lot of money for this, blah blah blah." And the woman was like, "Sir, like just so you know, we're gonna do everything still. Like there is a built-in to the start of the tour a 10-minute wait. Like wait just in case people are late. Like we don't leave exactly at the time. It's it's kind of how things work. Like, And he's like, "We paid a lot of money for this, blah 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 blah." And I asked my mom, I was like, "How much was it?" She's like, "Not a lot of money." And then we get in the elevator at the Rijksmuseum, and he's still fuming. He had like texted her boss about it, and like she actually like called. She's like, "I just got a call. Like, who texted my boss?"
Yeah,
that
that's
were, like,
so fucking
running
crazy.
late, and there were just like 7 people in the elevator. It's pretty hard to. He's like, I might have. And she's like, "Why?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's just we were running really far behind." She's like, "No, we were waiting for other people. Like that's part of the tour."
Good for her for fucking.
And then she said, "If you're not happy with this experience, we do offer private tours." And
just fucking pony up, top guy.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, if you want to not deal with people, there is a way to not deal with
you
people.
Gotta pay more money,
but it costs
so,
money."
Yeah, you can fly private or shut the fuck up. All right, last voicemail.
KFC Feits crew, what's good? Just listened to Tuesday's episode with Nate. Y'all were fucking on one the whole time. A1, fantastic episode. My question is, you know how we have like dry heaving when you're about to throw up and like edging when you're about to come? Like, what is it when you're taking a shit? Like, you know, like when your asshole is
it's called trying, bro.
It's
like, called pushing.
What do you call that? You know, it's about to get out, but not quite there.
This guy.
I think
this guy cracks me up.
To bookend it, there's the first word that came to mind. What the French use for beef. Another great clip from Simon Barstool when it's just Francis and Dana.
Oh yeah, what was it?
And he's like, "Yeah, New York strip there, a lot of beef." And Dana's like, "Yeah," and he goes, "You know what the French call beef?" And Dana says, "No." He goes, "Bouf." And Dana just sitting there and goes, and he starts laughing.
All right, that's it.
And
it's
then Francis, you buff. That's your buff face.
Done.
The friends are, "Oh, what the hell?"
All right, big thanks for watching. If you made it through this whole episode, that means you should be subscribed. There's so many of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so make sure you are a KFC Radio subscriber. Make sure you get all the content when it drops. Click that button now.
I have 9 fingers. I'm still subscribed. It's that easy.